This is day 2 of our project to learn the names and locations of the 254 counties of Texas in 30 days. I'm going to get right into it. Yesterday, we get this up here. Yesterday, we worked on learning the names and locations of the counties that begin with A and B. That was day 1. Today, we're going to get into the project of reviewing A and B counties. I'm going to click this thumbnail, and I've already got this set in review mode. So when I click single player, all 27 questions are going to be on the screen. They're going to be in the same alphabetical order that we learned them in. Now, if you worked with this yesterday, maybe an hour or so after you watched the video, and if you printed the pages, page 4 and 5, that shows a list of the counties so that you could take that list with you and practice memorizing, you may have got to the point where you can do the first 27 questions, the A and B counties, from memory. For example, Anderson Andrews, Angeline Aranzis, Archer Armstrong, Atascosa Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B. Bell, Behar or Bear, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. But let's go through that on the game. Anderson Andrews, Angelina Aranzis, Archer Armstrong, Atascosa Austin. Now, I sometimes stumbled on this. Austin County and Brazos County, same colors, same shape, very close to each other, but Austin County is right next to Waller County. This would be Austin County. And as for Bailey, when we're racing the clock, I might not make the clock. Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B. Bell, Behar, Blanco, Bear, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. I probably did not beat the clock because I was talking too much. We'll do that again. Anderson Andrew, Angeline Aranzis, Archer Armstrong, Atascosa Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Bastrop, Baylor, B. Bell, Behar, Bear, Blanco, Borden, Bosque, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. And we beat the clock we still had 10 seconds. So we get the 9-second bonus for beating the clock. That's how easy it is to review with this system. And we make these games available for a few days. Every time we bring up a new day, we make it available for a couple days so you can get in and practice. It's free. These games are going to be free for the rest of the year, 2025. You can get in and learn and practice. Let me go out. I'm going to exit and I'm going to come back in. But this time, game. But this time I'm going to go right to test mode. And I'm going to click the single player. In test mode, the questions are in random order. This reinforces that you really do know the names, you know where they're located. It asks for Armstrong. Here's another thing that helps. Because I have learned these alphabetically, when I see a question, I try to think of where it was in the alphabet and associate it with where I clicked, just like with the 50 states: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, and so forth. The pattern that we use helps us remember where to go next. Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. The pattern that we do this. So when it asks for Armstrong, I remember Alphabetically, it was Archer Armstrong. This is, I know this is Baylor. This is Archer Armstrong. Okay, Borden. And if you kind of think about the counties close by, it also helps you. For example, it asks for Aransas. This is B County. This is Brazoria County, but it asks for Aransas. Andrews is the second one. It's Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Aransas, Archer, Armstrong, Atascosa, Austin. That helps me to remember and find where the counties are located. As for Bastrop, is Bandera, Bastrop, Austin next to Waller County. That's where Hempstead High School is located. Anderson is the first one alphabetically. Burnett. Burleson is right next to Brazos. Burleson is next to Brazos, but Burnett is over here. Brooks is near the bottom. Brooks alphabetically, it'd be Brooks Brown, Burleson, Burnett, but this is Brooks. It asks for Brooks. Brewster, Bear, Brazos, Brazoria, Brazos. And since we're in test mode, the buttons do not disappear. We only get one chance to answer it. If we get it right, we get a green light. Angelina. If I get it wrong, I accidentally click Armstrong instead. I get a red light. So I'm not going to get 100% on this, but that's why we do it over and over. As for Bailey, Brown, Brooks Brown, Baylor, Bowie, Bosque, Blanco, Bear, Blanco, Burleson right next to Brazos County, Archer right next to Baylor, Archer, Bell, B. I'm up to question 24. I've answered 24. This will be 25. Brazoria, Atascosa, and Bandera. Bandera will be the last one. Bandera. Okay, I've got 96% because I got that wrong. Or I got Briscoe wrong. I clicked Armstrong instead. But that's how this system works. Very powerful. You can get in and play. You can have a lot of fun, and you can be one of the few people in even Texas that can do this. But that doesn't mean we should not all try to do this. I believe this is so much fun and so easy. I believe every student in Texas should get in and do this, because once you know, here's the thing. Once you know where the counties are located, when you hear something about the weather, they talk about some county, something happened or something's going on in one of the counties, you can picture in your mind where that's at, and that helps you remember, relate to that. It's not just some abstract county of Burleson or Edwards or Ector. It's a county that you know where it's located. You absorb the news better. And the other thing is about history. When you talk about Texas history, so much of history of Texas is told in the names of the counties. Bowie, Crockett, Burleson, Austin, Stevens, all of these historical people who helped found, create, establish the state of Texas. So awesome. Okay, I'll show you a couple more things. The goal of this system is to be able to score 100% on this game. Click here, single player. It asks for Galveston, and we get that correct, we get a green light. Terrell County, get a green light. Ector. And what I like to do with this is to go through this just for fun and to see how many of these counties I can click without getting a red light. That's for San Jacinto. That should be this one. I got a green light. Titus at the top of this little cluster, green light. Collinsworth above above this Colin. Okay, this Colin called. This is it. Right below Wheeler County. Brown. Brown is the purple one. Brown, green light. Terry is right above Terrell. Terry, I got a red light. This is Terry. I got that wrong. Martin. Madison, Marion, Martin. I think that this is, where's Martin? This might be Martin. It is. Okay. Greg, I wasn't kidding around. Sometimes I have to think. That's for Greg. Comanche. Comanche, I think, is this county? It is. That little green light flashed pretty quick, but it was green. Refugio. This is San Patricio. I think this is Refugio. Let's see if this is it. It's not. This is it. This is it. Nacogdoches. Parker, right next to Palo Pinto. Houston is right this county. Wichita, right up next to Wilbargo. This is Wilbargo. Wichita, Clay is Wichita. Howard, right next to Sterling. Howard. Smith, up here. Austin, next to Waller County. Austin, Delta. And I go through this. And also when you've got 20 questions or more, this button appears and you can click that and see that I scored 90%. I got this wrong and I got Refugio wrong. I got Terry wrong and Refugio. So I would play that again over and over. But that's a goal. At the end of these 30 days, you should be able to do that. So that's what I wanted to show you today. And tomorrow we'll work on, I think it's counties D, E, and F. So that'll be something to work on. But get in and practice, play these games. They're free. And you'll be able to do something that right now your buddies can't do this. But if show them that you can do it, and if you encourage them and you kind of challenge each other to see who can do it fastest or the first. Let's see how fast you can recite. Anderson, Andrews, Angelina, Ranzis, Archer, Armstrong, Addiscos, Austin, Bailey, Bandera, Baystrup, Baylor, B. Bell, Behar, Blanco, Borden, Boston, Bowie, Brazoria, Brazos, Brooks, Brewster, Briscoe, Brooks, Brown, Burleson, Burnett. And just kind of play with that. As you can see, I enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it. Stick with us and check back tomorrow, and we'll get into counties that begin with, I think it's letters D, E, and F. Thank you very much. Take care.